All right, guys. Well, we're back at it again this morning. Here with my good friend Eddie. Say hi to everyone, Eddie.
Hey, how's it going?
So I don't know how well you guys can see it out there, but we got quite a bit of fog out here this morning. Got some turkeys across the river here, so there's zero wind. So we'll see what happens. Kind of had some boat issues this morning, so kind of a little bit of a broken hunt this morning. But new waders, so no wet crotch this morning, so that'll be a plus. But let's see what happens. All right, guys, we're back here at the house now. Fortunately, not much of a morning. The fog was heavy, and we had some issues with the boat motor this morning. The battery just wasn't fully charged, so yeah, it's a shame. I tested it at the house, and once again, it let us down. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys the rig here real quick. All right, guys, well, here's my duck boat here. So had this last couple seasons, really great at going out on the river up here on the western shore. Not so much on the eastern shore without having a mud motor on the back there. Got a lot of really shallow spots there. But it's a 17-foot tracker with this beaver tail flip over blind, and man, that beaver tail blind is amazing. It really hides you well, and it's super easy to use. So anyways, hopefully get some videos later on this season using the boat out there. Not much to shoot this morning. Never even saw a duck. All right, guys, well, we're back from the hunt this morning. Kind of a little bit of a broken hunt. Of course, you know, fog was really thick. You could barely see anything. And we had some motor issues with the boat, which kind of kept us from going to our first spot. Here with my good friend Eddie down in Boyd's, Maryland today.
Yep.
Out in the country. So, but I figure at least we can show you guys how I clean the ducks. I got 2 buffalo heads here that I shot yesterday down the eastern shore. So we're going to get them cut up, and I'll show you kind of my way of doing it. Sometimes you get a bigger puddle duck like a mallard, black duck. I'll pluck the whole thing or even quarter it out. But, you know, with these little buffalo heads or diving ducks, they're really just worth breasting out. All right, guys, so we're going to breast out these buffalo heads here. Basically, all you really need is make sure you got a nice sharp knife. I like using a smaller knife, especially on these smaller ducks. Really helps you get in there and get the fillets out. Any type of trash bag, grocery bag, basically for your carcasses, and then some sort of vessel to put your duck meat in. Of course, we're going to wash it real good after we're done cutting them up here. All right, so basically we're just going to be breasting these guys out here. So best thing to do is just got to find the breastbone right up down the middle, and we're just going to pluck a little line of feathers off, just so you can barely expose that skin in there, just enough to get your knife in there. So next step is we're going to just very so slightly cut the skin. You don't really want to get in the meat, you just want to barely cut the skin so we can get our finger up and in there. Next step is kind of just want to get your finger, get your thumb up underneath that skin, and then just start peeling that skin right off of the breast meat. The whole idea is we want to get this skin pulled back and then fillet the breast right out. It's okay if you get a little piece of fat stuck to meat. We can always cut that out later on. All right, there we go. That's why I usually like to keep these, let birds sit out for a day or two after we shot them, especially if we got nice cold temperatures. Really lets the skin and meat set up a little better. See, we're going to have to cut that little bit out there. All right. All right, and once we get that pulled back so we can see what we're doing there, we're going to take our knife and we're going to follow that same breastbone again and just follow the rib cage right down and through, and really just going to get on these little buffalo head. You don't get much meat out of that breast, but that's going to be our duck breast right there, and vice versa on the other side. Just going to follow that rib cage all the way down. Sometimes they'll get caught up on the skin or the fat on the other side. Just kind of wiggle your knife in there and get that cut away. Again, we can trim these up and make them look a little prettier inside. Alright guys, now that we got our breasts cut out, we're going to rinse them up here. So first we're going to get our knife kind of rinsed up here, get some of the blood and stuff. We're going to wash this real good later on here. So basically what we want to do is we're going to get all the feathers off of the meat here. Now you're also going to want to feel through the meat just to see if you got any BBs that have stuck in the meat. Of course, that's really going to end badly for you if you end up eating them and biting down on one of those BBs. You can break a tooth real easy that way. So just going to kind of feel around. Now with these buffalo head, they're a little on the gamey side, so like that string of fat that's right there on that meat, I'm going to leave that on there. When we cut them up and cook them down, make our stir fry at the end of the year with all these buffalo heads that we shoot this season, that fat's going to add a nice little extra bit of flavor to them. So everyone does theirs a little differently. I used to soak my breasts in milk, but over the years I've kind of turned to just going with a salt water. And what that does is kind of draws some of the blood out of the meat, which makes it a little less gamey. Alright, well there we go. We got our bag of duck meat. Of course, not too much, but that's why we're going to accumulate over the season and have a nice big stir fry at the end of the year. Of course, we'll be getting back to you with that content, do a little catch and cook with that one. Of course, we've already caught them. Now we just got to cook them. But until next time, see you guys later.